I have, of course, Justin Pate on my side. Our special guest again today is John Duever, owner of Vinyl Images.
Yes.
What we will talk about today is, Justin, what is it? Tell me.
Well, today's demonstration is about pricing and material considerations when you're approaching jobs, which is very important. So what we did this week is show you how to wrap, but it doesn't matter how good you wrap if you don't price it properly. So that's a big question in the industry, so that's what we're going to talk about today, and how technology is really changing the industry, where there's lots of cool apps that you can use for car wrapping that really make a big difference. I think you're going to talk about one right now.
Yeah. So we'll start off with the apps.
Yeah.
Okay. First of them is this little one called Color Reel. It's a smart little app where you have like an electronic swatch book. You can see it on your iPhone, on your Android. There's one more called Carwrapping from the same company.
Yep.
Go in, scan the code. Maybe if you're here around, stop by Anna. She's right over there. She'll be more than happy to show you the app. It's super nice.
Yep.
The other one is brand new in Europe. I know I've been in the States for how long time, John?
A few months. About 5 months now.
5 months ago.
Yep.
So it's still pretty new. I know it's made now for the Europe currency.
Yes, absolutely. For there's European currency, there's UK currency, United States currency.
Okay. So John, please tell us about it. We want to know, what is this app?
You know, the first thing when this thing came into development, it was there was a problem with my industry. I own a sign company. I do a lot of wraps as well. Do about 3,000 wraps last year, just over 3,000 wraps, and we quote each one of those individually. So it was something where each quote was taking 15, 20 minutes, and it was a problem. It was a problem. It's time that you can never get back. So I knew that we needed to come up with something to make it more efficient. So what we did is we came up with what is called the Wrap app. It's available on the iPhones now. Android version should come out sometime in June of this year. But it's simplified. It's a simplified way to price vehicle wraps. If you don't do a full wrap and you're just doing a hood, price that. If you are an installer and you're doing a textured wall graphic, it also price that. There is nothing that this app cannot price. Another very unique thing about the app is that you enter your own pricing. So it's amazing that there's no set pricing in the app. So if in New Zealand your square foot is $7, and in St. Louis, Missouri, in the United States, it's $3, you enter your own pricing. So it's universal around the world. It's very nice.
And that's big, because I mean, what I do is I teach workshops, and as much as people want to learn how to wrap a mirror or a bumper, they also, at the end of the day, they want to price properly, and that's one of the biggest questions. That's why I've been a big fan of the Wrap app, and I have it on the Wrap Institute, because for me, at the name of the game, you're putting on different types of materials. So what we've been doing in the workshop today, or the Wrap contest today, is we're doing full print. This is Avery's 1104.
Absolutely.
And it has a lamination. So what you do is you put it in the Wrap app, you put that material cost in the app along with hardware removals, all that kind of stuff, and then you can get an app, you can get a precise quote to your client within under 60 seconds.
60 seconds, that was the goal. When we first initially came up with the app, 60 seconds was our target. There's quotes that I'm doing in 20 seconds. There's quotes that I'm doing in 40 seconds. The average is under 60 seconds, and from the app you can text it, you can email it, you can send it on Facebook, you can instant message it. It's endless how you can get in and get the app in front of your clients.
And speaking of endless, right now, I mean, this show has been sponsored by Avery Dennison, for example, and this is their swatch book. So for color change, you can see that there's so many different color choices, material choices. Not only does it factor in how you install it, but each material, like the Diamond series, costs more than the matte film, or is harder to install than carbon. So you really have to factor in. The Wrap app really helps that, because right now here we have all these different colors, and the client comes in and says, I want X amount of color, how to install it on the car. So again, for the Wrap app, what we've been wrapping is Audi A1s. So I think in the Wrap app, what you have that is already kind of put in your app, and you have how many cars on the database?
Absolutely. There's 6,500 cars in our database. So, and that's growing. Every 2 weeks we update the database. So right now it's at 6,500. Next week it'll probably be at close to 7,000. I mean, it's ever expanding, and with the every other week updates, it's growing very, very quickly. And another great thing about our database is if you have a car or a truck or a bus or a boat or a motorcycle that you want to see in the app, it's as easy as sending us an email. We'll stop what we're doing. We'll find the templates. We'll get the measurements. We'll put it in the app for you.
So let's say I'm a client and I come to you, Vinyl Images in St. Louis, and I say I want a full print wrap on this Audi A1. How would you go about it?
First things first, I would pull up the app.
You can show the camera.
I'll just show it right here on the camera. I would go up to job type, printed wrap, come down to the vehicle. I would find an Audi A1. This is a Sportback. Of course, it's not going to go quickly. Sportback hatchback. Find out so we have both metric and standard measurements in the app already. So if you're doing a 48-inch printed wrap, you know exactly how much material you're going to use. If you're going to do with the roof, without the roof, if you're doing 54, you know exactly how much material you're going to use. You know what to budget for. You know how much material you have to buy. This particular material is 54, and we are wrapping the roof. So I'm just going to click on that. Next thing, I'll go to the vinyl type. I know it is Avery 1005 EZRS 54-inch. Next thing is laminate. I know that I'm going to use Avery 1360 54-inch. And again, these prices are pre-entered by myself, by the user. Next thing is on a printed wrap like this, if I'm going to do the mirrors, I'm going to do the spoiler, I see it has a GPS antenna, I know that it's going to probably take me about 14 hours. 15 hours is what we'll call it. Already entered in my price per hour. Next thing, it does have a spoiler. Click that. It does have an antenna. No sunroof, no body kit, no hood scoop. Does not have any complex bumpers or anything like that. Another thing, this vehicle, it's brand new, but let's say it was on a car transport and it was really dirty when it got to you and you had to clean it and it took a couple hours to clean. In the other charges, you can enter in any amount of excess charges you'd like to do. So it was really dirty when it showed up. The client wanted a chrome delete. He didn't like any of the chrome around the grill. It didn't like the chrome around any of the chrome. So I'm going to call that a level 3 chrome delete. And he wanted his front 2 windows tinted. Go ahead and add that on. Come back to quote. Get price. Kicks you out of price right there. From then, you can either save the quote, and it'll stay in your database in your phone, which uses absolutely no data, by the way. It's very, very minimal. Or you can share the quote via text message, email, Facebook, anything like that. And that was showing you how it is, probably about a minute and a half on screen. But really, you could knock that out in 60 seconds.
You know, and for me, what has changed is I have the Wrap Institute. I used to have DVDs, and now I have a streaming video online platform. That's how people learn. And what I like about these apps for the pricing is not only can you learn how to wrap, is you can learn how to price. And for me, that's the name of the game, because for me, there's more installers out there. There's more companies out there. So if you don't know how to price, I see a lot of guys, especially with color change, they'll spend 90 hours on a car and they'll price it for $3,000, including material. And at the end of the day, they're making $7 an hour. Where this is a powerful tool, because you want to you don't want to ballpark a price. You ballpark a price, I guarantee you, you're always going to come out under.
On top of that, the client's going to hold you to that price. If you're at a gas station and you have your vehicle wrapped and you own a wrap company and someone comes up to you and says, hey, I have a Ford F-150, how much is it to wrap? And you just pull a number out of, it's about $2,200.
Yeah.
They're going to hold you to that. With this, you can take their information down, take the year, make, and model of their truck, 60 seconds, text them an actual, precise quote on the spot.
It's powerful stuff, and I think technology today has changed it. I think there's a company in America called Wrapify who's doing it as a business model.
Absolutely.
Pricing apps, learning how to wrap. So again, you're watching this on live streaming. I mean, you couldn't do this 5 years ago. So for me, use technology as a powerful tool, and I think this has been the message is, yes, you have to know how to wrap a bumper, and we definitely teach you how to do that, and that's part of the contest. Like right now, this is the finals coming up right after this, where they're going to have to wrap the whole side of the car, work around a mirror. So yes, you have to know how to wrap, but if you're a business owner, and it's all about business. It's not a hobby.
That's exactly right. I mean, it's a lifestyle. And, you choose to start your own business, you're pretty much on your own. And these help so much. All these apps, the Wrap Institute, for helping you learn how to run your business, how to install a bumper, how to install a mirror. Everything. Cold's pre-stretch.
Yeah.
Never stop learning. We'll never stop learning about business either.
It's all about, and it's always evolving and changing. So again, FESPA's been a great opportunity. The noon demos have been fantastic for me, and I hope you've enjoyed it home. So anything else to say?
Yeah, and again, when we see all the guys working here, we know they have to go back home working. I'm sure everybody knows this story. 11 o'clock in the evening, still wrapping.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We know this job. We have actually give the customer a little discount because you can get it cheaper from another guy.
Sure.
11 o'clock in the evening, we hate it. We'll never give such a low price again.
Yep.
That's a promise to ourselves. We will be back home after midnight. The kids are sleeping. No good night kiss to the wife.
Yeah.
We know the story. What happened next day's morning? A new customer coming in.
Happens again and again.
Asking, hey, can you give me a little discount? Think about it. Be proud of the work you do. Get the price. You can price it high because you make a professional job. Why bring it down?
They cut themselves short when it comes to pricing. You know, I was talking to a good friend of mine here. He's the best rapper in the world right now. The best rapper in the world. He is Kiss Laus. He's amazing. He's the current European star, champion. I was talking to him about a client that he's bidding right now. He's trying to beat him up on price. Kiss is the best in the world. Like you don't sell yourself short.
You have a lineup of prices for a lot of rap competition. And again, we have to be proud of what we do. I try to, sometimes when I have a customer coming into me, be a little bit annoying about the pricing.
Sure.
I know it's the same cost as actually the guy that will go back to you and make a claim.
Of course.
It's exactly the same customer you'll have in. What I say to them, say, hey, okay, I'm good to give you it for half price. If you will do one thing, take a flight down to Barcelona, find a little guy at Camp Nou, number 10 on the back, called Messi. Tell that guy, I want it half price because you're so good so you can make 2 times more goal than the other guys.
It's not happening.
If he will do that, I'm in. It will never happen. If you're good, get the right price for your job.
Absolutely.
End of day.
It's all about pricing. And I think once you go low, you can't go high. And you have to really realize that. So it's a problem in the industry because when people want a car wrap, okay, they'll pay for the rims. They'll pay for all the stuff normal price. But when it comes to wrap, they, for some reason, always want a discount. This is not a discount. You're actually adding value to the car because you're protecting the paint. So it's one of those things where you have to learn how to sell your job, show the client that it's worth the money they're charging and charge it. And if their customers don't want to pay for it, well, then tell them to go down the road. It's that simple.
Totally agree. Totally.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's all about pricing. It's all fun and games, but it's not a hobby. It's a business.
It's a business. It's a lifestyle, you know.
It's a passion.
It's
a part of it.
I feel like all three of us, you know, we could have done anything with our lives. We've chosen to essentially stick stickers. You know what I mean? It's fun, but it's a business, and this is what's going to put my child through college, and this is what pays my bills, keeps my lights on. So think about it next time. You know, it's not just rapping. You're running a business now,
Absolutely.
and you need to be on top of it.
Absolutely.
And again, to have an app like the one you showed us, John, it's pretty helpful.
Saves time. You cannot get the time back. That's the biggest thing. Time is ever looming. I mean, you look at these rap competitions and you see the timer ticking down, ticking down, ticking down.
Yeah.
It's always hanging over your shoulder. Always. It's always there. You'll never get the time back. And if you can save 10, 15 minutes per quote, how many? So you do 5 quotes a week. You know what I mean? That's an hour and 15 minutes that you save that you can wrap a couple doors on a car, that you can answer some emails, go do some marketing for your company.
But I think even that is, I mean, in the phrase for your company, and I think it's a total spot-on phrase, is the business now fits in your pocket.
Absolutely.
The office now fits in your pocket. Like literally, my cell phone and this swatch card is my office. And that's, doesn't get any better than that.
No. Convenience.
Totally agree.
Cool stuff. So now I think we're ready for the finals, the championship.
Oh, man. I can't actually wait because I'm shaking a little because,
it's getting real
I
now.
know.
So let's get this place prepped up and let's rock and roll.
Okay.
So
Thank you for now.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Cheers.